Ministry of Foreign Affairs repatriates 554 Indonesians from Myanmar, Myanmar after being rescued from online scam syndicates in the country. President Prabowo expressed ambition for the Indonesian national football team to enter the World Cup. China provides 4 batches of emergency humanitarian aid to Gaza since outbreak of Palestinian-Israeli conflict in October 2023. Hello, I'm Valerina Daniel, and you're watching Newswatch on TVRI World live from Indonesia. Let's begin with our first report. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs repatriates 554 citizens from Myawaddy, Myanmar, from a total of 564 after being rescued from online scam syndicates in the country. Of the total 564 repatriation, of the remaining 10 Indonesians will be awaiting for the exact date of repatriation.
Hundreds of Indonesians have been lured by fraudulent job offers in Thailand, only to find them trafficked to Myanmar and forced into virtual slavery as laborers in online scam centers. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs said a total of 564 Indonesian citizens will be repatriated in stages, with the first group of 554 Indonesians arrived today at Soekarno-Hatta Airport. They will also undergo an interview process, including rehabilitation and reintegration upon their arrival. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has worked with other related ministries, such as the Coordinating Ministry of Political and Security Affairs and the Coordinating Ministry of Community Empowerment, in preparing the repatriation of the workers until their returns to their hometowns. On Friday, March 14, 2025, the Indonesian ambassador to Bangkok, Rahmat Budiman, accompanied by Director of Protection of Indonesian Citizens at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Judah Nugraha, held a special meeting with the Governor of Tak Province, Chuchep Ponchai, along with related agencies to discuss preparations and ensure the smooth crossing of Indonesian citizens from Myanmar to Mae Sot, Thailand. Thailand area is used as a transit for repatriation of Indonesian citizens because it's still not possible to bring them out of Myanmar through the Myawaddy and Yangon land route due to security problems. According to the official of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Chuchep, with the support of various Thai authorities, expressed his readiness to facilitate the crossing of Indonesian citizens from Myawaddy to Mae Sot by ensuring an escort to Bangkok and then flying them back to Jakarta. The ministry also said that Thai authorities will also conduct the national referral mechanism process to identify victims of human trafficking, as well as health and immigration checking.
Foreign Affairs Ministry was able to bring back home 400 Indonesians victims of online scam in Myawaddy, Myanmar. The victims were rescued from the conflicted area on Monday. TVRI World reporter Arma Safitri has the report.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, together with Coordinating Ministry for Political and Security Affairs, evacuated 200 Indonesian victims of human trafficking in Myawaddy, Myanmar at 9 a.m. Western Indonesia time, and followed by another 200 Indonesians at noon. Coordinating Minister for Political and Security Affairs, Budi Gunawan, stated that this rescue was carried out under the order of President Prabowo Subianto. Budi said while working at the syndicate's headquarters, victims experienced various forms of pressure, physical violence, and were threatened with organ harvesting if they failed in their task. Passport confiscated and communication with families were cut off. Earlier, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs reported 400 Indonesian citizen victims of online scam exploitation in Myawaddy, Myanmar, successfully evacuated from the area on Monday, March 17. The 400 individuals consist of 313 men and 87 women, generally in good health, and 5 women being pregnant. They come from 21 provinces, with the largest number originating from North Sumatra, Bangka Belitung, DKI Jakarta, West Java, and North Sulawesi. The Indonesian Protection Team from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, along with Indonesia embassies in Bangkok and Yangon and Interpol of the Indonesian police, identified, escorted, and accompanied them from Myawaddi to Indonesia. The Indonesian ambassador to Thailand, Rahmat Budiman, personally led the repatriation to Jakarta. Meanwhile, the next phase of efforts to transfer around 155 Indonesian citizens to Mysore will take place on March 18, with their arrival in Jakarta scheduled on March 19. Almak and camera person Adri Handira reporting for TVRI World. Meanwhile,
only last month in February, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs Armanata Nasir disclosed the total number of Indonesian citizens that have been involved in online scam: 3,354 online scam cases in 2024 alone.
During the meeting, Foreign Minister Sugiono reiterated Indonesia would continue to be at the front line in supporting
Deputy Minister Armanata Nasir gave the breakdown: 183 cases of human trafficking. Armanata said total online scam last year was 3,354 online scam cases. Armanata disclosed the number during a press conference on February 13, 2025. Between the year of 2020 and 2024, the Indonesian government has handled 6,771 online scams that, in various different countries in the ASEAN region, the bulk of the cases happened in Cambodia. The bulk of online scams occurred in various ASEAN regions, with many of them happened in Cambodia, with a total of 4,300 cases. In the same period of time, the Philippines recorded 770 cases, Laos with 690 cases, Thailand with 464 cases, Myanmar with 429 cases, and Malaysia 72 cases, and Vietnam with 46 cases. The Indonesian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has handled traditional human trafficking. Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs Armanata said that the majority of human trafficking took place in the ASEAN region, with 216 cases, and the rest happened in Middle East. The government will continue to monitor and improve efforts to prevent such things like online scams and human trafficking from happening again. The government will also improve cooperating with other parties and stakeholders. The Deputy Minister said his office will continue to launch public campaign so that the Indonesian people will not be trapped into this online scams and human trafficking. Support from the media is really appreciated too, to avoid being trapped into such scams.
Foreign Minister Sugiono received a visit from the Palestinian President's Special Envoy, Mahmoud al-Habash, in Jakarta on Monday. During the meeting, the minister and the Palestine Special Envoy discussed the latest developments in Palestine and the various challenges faced both in Gaza and the West Bank and East Jerusalem, including the Al-Aqsa Mosque.
During the meeting, Foreign Minister Sugiono reiterated Indonesia would continue to be at the front line in supporting Palestine, both through diplomacy, humanitarian assistance, including the Gaza reconstruction plan. The discussion between Foreign Minister Sugiono with Palestinian Special Envoy also highlighted the humanitarian crisis in Gaza due to the deadlock in the ceasefire negotiations and the importance of post-war reconstruction. Palestinian envoy al-Habash also expressed thanks to Indonesia for the humanitarian assistance provided, especially for Gaza residents. During the meeting, Foreign Minister Sugiono said the construction of a hospital initiated by Indonesian community would start in April 2025. According to plans submitted by the Aqsa Working Group, or AWG, and Maimuna Center, The Indonesian maternity hospital in Gaza will be built on 5,000 square meters of Waqf land provided by the Palestinian Ministry of Health and located near the severely damaged Al-Rantisi Children's Hospital.
Indonesia reiterated that it will reject everything that can change Palestine demographics and will continue to support a two-state solution to resolve the Palestine-Israel conflict.
Minister of Foreign Affairs Sugiono said on Monday that Indonesia would reject all efforts that can change Palestinian demography and will continue to play an active role in supporting a two-state solution. During a meeting with the President of Palestinian Special Envoy Mahmoud al-Habash in Jakarta on Monday, Minister Sugiono also reiterated Indonesia's support both through diplomacy, humanitarian aid for the Gaza reconstruction process. The meeting of the Foreign Minister with the Special Envoy also highlighted the humanitarian crisis in Gaza due to the deadlock in the ceasefire negotiations and the importance of reconstruction after the war. Meanwhile, Palestinian envoy al-Habash expressed appreciation for Indonesia's consistent position in supporting the Palestinian struggle and thanked to Indonesia for the humanitarian aid, especially for the residents of Gaza.
The United States conducted new airstrikes in Yemen on Monday, targeting Houthi-controlled areas hours after its previous attacks.
Responding to the Iran-aligned Houthi movement's threat to international shipping, the U.S. launched a fresh wave of strikes on Saturday, March 15. According to Houthi-run Al Masirah TV, Monday strikes hit the Red Sea port city of Hodeidah and Al-Waf's governorate north of Sana'a. A U.S. official told that the strike could continue for weeks, coinciding with Washington's efforts to intensify sanctions pressure on Iran while seeking negotiations over its nuclear program. The Houthi movement, which controls large swaths of Yemen, has been targeting commercial and naval vessels in the Red Sea in retaliation for Israel's military operations in Gaza. The group has vowed to continue attacks despite US and UK airstrikes designed to deter its operations. Tensions in the region remain high as the US and its allies navigate a complex conflict involving Iran, its proxy groups, and international security concerns in one of the world's most strategic shipping lanes.
China provided 4 batches of emergency humanitarian aid to Gaza since the outbreak of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict in October 2023, a Chinese official confirmed Monday.
He said China is highly concerned about it.
Li Meng, spokesman for China International Development Cooperation Agency, or CITCA, stated at press conference that the aid includes food, medicine, tents, blankets, cotton clothing, mobile toilets, and ventilators. In May 2024, Chinese President Xi Jinping announced an additional 500 million yuan, or about $69 million in aid to the Palestinian people, reaffirming China's commitment to addressing the humanitarian crisis. Footage from February 2025 shows workers in Gaza transporting and distributing Chinese aid, while Palestinian civilians lined up to receive supplies. Li also emphasized China's ongoing cooperation with the United Nations, Egypt, Jordan, and other international partners to ensure continued support for Gaza while respecting the needs of the Palestinian side.
In-person learning resumed for tens of thousands of children across southern and central Gaza, despite the challenges brought by the ongoing conflict. However, many families still rely on remote learning due to damaged infrastructure and displacement.
Sam Rose, Senior Deputy Director of UNRWA Affairs, stressed the importance of education continuity, warning that without it, an entire generation is at risk. He noted that around 50,000 children from grades 1 to 9 have returned to classroom in Khan Yunis and other central areas. For those unable to attend in person, UNRWA continues to provide lessons through WhatsApp and virtual classrooms. Despite these efforts, many families struggle to access education. Muhammad, a mother of 8, walks long distance daily in search of internet access so her children can continue their studies using a single mobile phone. She expressed concerns over their declining academic performance due to a lack of resources, including internet, mobile phones, and electricity. Since October 7, 2023, many schools in Gaza have been destroyed or repurposed as shelters for displaced families, making education even more challenging for students and teachers.
We'll be back with more news. Stay with us on Newswatch. Welcome back on Newswatch. And up next is our special Ramadan segment. Algiers municipality organized a grand communal iftar recently, bringing together residents to share a meal during the holy month of Ramadan.
Long tables were set up along the city's main avenue, welcoming individuals from all segments of society. Head of Algiers municipality, Mahdia Benghalia, emphasized the event's goal of strengthening community bonds, uniting both those in need and those who can give. The iftar featured traditional Algerian dishes, adding to the spiritual atmosphere of Ramadan. Volunteers and chefs prepared and served around 2,000 meals, ensuring every attendee could break their fast together. Participants expressed joy in experiencing the collective Ramadan spirit, with many saying the gathering fostered a sense of unity and belonging. The initiative, supported by local volunteers, reflected the strong tradition of social solidarity during Ramadan. Organizers hope such events will inspire more community engagement in the future.
National Alms Agency, or Basnas, encourage the public to pay their alms, such as zakat, infaq, and sadaqah, through official institutions such as Basnas.
The head of collection of Basnas, Rizaluddin Kurniawan, said zakat payment through Basnas is far easier now because it has already used digital-based system and supported by hundreds of payment channels. Rizaluddin emphasized that the system ensured the accurate distribution of zakat, infaq, and sadaqah, especially for communities in remote areas. Basnas also provides a zakat calculator to assist with calculations. Rizaluddin said distribution of zakat through official institutions is in line with Islamic teachings and reduces the risk of misallocation or wrong target recipients. Basnas not only directly distribute money, but also offers guidance to help mustahiq, refers to people who are entitled to receive zakat, to achieve economic independence through empowerment programs. These programs include scholarships, decent housing, and distribution of basic necessities. Rizaluddin encouraged the public to pay their zakat through Basnas for maximum effectiveness and benefit.
Ahead of the 2025 Eid holidays, customers can enjoy various discounts on transportation services, such as a 20% tariff reduction on the Bakauheni Tebanggi Besar Toll Road and 20% ticket discount on Jakarta-Bandung high-speed train.
PT Rafflesia Investasi Indonesia, the toll road operator in Bengkulu, is offering a 20% tariff discount on the Bakauheni Terbanggi Besar Highway to support the smooth traffic flow in the 2025 Eid holidays. Rafflesia President Adi Reza said on Monday that the 20% discount is valid for the homecoming period from March 24 to March 26, as well as the return flow period from April 3 to April 4 and from April 8 to April 9. Another 20% discount offers come from PT Kereta Cepat Indonesia China or KCIC, which operates the Jakarta-Bandung High-Speed Rail WUSH. General Manager Corporate Secretary of KCIC, Eva Hairunisa, said on Monday that the company offers a special promo for friends and families planning to travel together during Ramadan and Eid holidays. Eva explained that a discount between 10 and 20% are available for groups of 10 people who travel with WUSH between March 15 and March 31st.
President Prabowo officially inaugurated PT Freeport Indonesia's precious metal refinery facility at the Java Integrated Industrial and Port Estate area in Gresik, East Java on Monday.
In his remarks during the inauguration, President Prabowo emphasized the operation of Freeport's new refinery plant as a strategic step in accelerating downstreaming of Indonesian mineral industry and in realizing the government's program to develop natural wealth for the welfare of the people. This refining plant, built within the gold and copper mining giant's copper smelter area, is equipped with hydrometallurgy technology that is capable of processing anode mud, the result of refining copper concentrate into gold, silver, and other precious metals. Freeport's PMR facility in Gresik has a refining capacity of around 50 tons of gold, 200 tons of silver, 30 kilograms of platinum, 375 kilograms of palladium per year. Freeport Indonesia has started producing gold bars since December 30, 2024, with a purity level of 99.99%, Indonesia Business Post reported.
Kita sekarang tidak mau menjual sumber alam kita sebagai bahan baku. Kita tidak mau lagi jual murah, kita mau diprocessing di Indonesia supaya nilai tambah bisa kita nikmati. Ini nanti tambah kekayaan negara untuk rakyat Indonesia.
However, President Prabowo said there were still rampant illegal mining activities as well as the smuggling of gold abroad, which hampered the government's downstreaming program in the mining sector. On the same occasion, the president also thanked Freeport Indonesia, part of Freeport-McMoRan, which has been operating in Indonesia for more than 50 years. In his remarks, Prabowo praised Freeport-McMoRan for its great contribution to the national economy.
Vice President Gibran Rakabuming Raka has invited members of the Indonesian Young Entrepreneurs Association to seize the opportunities from the demographic bonus to boost economic growth and achieve the vision of Golden Indonesia.
Vice President Gibran underlines Indonesia will experience a demographic bonus from 2020 to 2030, where the majority of the population is in productive age. He says the moment is a chance to boost national productivity. Gibran also reminds that the chance is one of a kind and will never come again. Therefore, he encourages members of the Indonesian Young Entrepreneurs Association, or HIPMI, to work hard, stay focused, and dare to make breakthroughs to contribute significantly in building the nation's future. The Vice President says that the spirit of optimism and collaboration between the business sector and the government will accelerate the achievement of national economic targets in the demographic bonus era.
President Prabowo Subianto has expressed his ambition for the Indonesian national football team to enter the World Cup, saying there will be more new stadiums to improve soccer facilities in the country.
In his remarks when inaugurating the renovation of 17 stadiums across Indonesia on Monday, President Prabowo instructed his aides to increase athlete development, improve infrastructure, and develop amateur leagues. The president also emphasized that football is a symbol of national pride, so he is committed to building up to 20 new stadiums in the next 2 to 3 years to improve national soccer facilities.
Saya sudah komit, saya akan mendukung sepak bola nasional ini. Saudara-saudara, Indonesia harus masuk Piala Dunia. Itu tekad kita. Saya kira itu yang ingin saya sampaikan. Terima kasih semua unsur. Dan saya kira dengan keberhasilan 17 stadion ini juga membangkitkan kehendak, tekad untuk kita juga menambah. Mungkin dalam 2-3 tahun akan datang kita akan tambah mungkin 17 stadion lagi atau 20 stadion lagi yang kita bangun.
Among the 17 renovated stadiums are the Kanjuruhan Stadium in Malang, the Bandung Lautan Api Stadium, and the Segiri Stadium in Samarinda. The inauguration of the stadium is the first step to strengthen Indonesian football towards the World Cup.
President Director of Garuda Sepak Bola Indonesia, Marsal Masita, confirmed none of the 3,000 tickets allocated for the supporters of Bahrain national football team have been sold yet.
President Director of Garuda Sepak Bola Indonesia, GSI, Marsal Masita, said on Monday that the Football Association of Indonesia, PSSI, had given chance for Bahrain supporters to purchase tickets until the deadline, but there have been no purchases so far. Therefore, the 3,000 tickets quota were diverted to general supporters and sold out within a few hours. So if there are Bahrain supporters come to the Gelora Bung Karno main stadium, Marsal said they could not use the official channels that have been provided to purchase the tickets. Indonesia has committed to become a good host in match against Bahrain, scheduled on March 25th. This match becomes part of the third round of the 2026 World Cup qualifiers, Group C.
And that wraps up today's edition of Newswatch. I am Valerina Daniel. Thanks for watching and goodbye.